Well, in the House, North Carolina Congressman Tim Moore is aiming to improve weather radar coverage here in the Charlotte area. Today, he introduced the Radar Gap Elimination Act, which directs the National Weather Service to modernize America's weather radar network. Lawmakers say Charlotte is one of the most populated areas of the country without full radar coverage.
Yeah, this is kind of wild to think that it's been this long, Brad, and you've been talking a lot about this.
I think we've been working on this problem since about 2010. We had an incident in 2012, unwarned warning in the middle of the night here at the Reedy Creek area that actually prompted even more calls for getting some new radars here. I think the biggest problem with this is going to be, the Weather Service already had some cutbacks and some staffing reduction. There's just no money for that, and that's always the problem with some of these bills. They always say we need to do this, but there's no funding behind it. And so there's been some private-public partnerships we've been trying to work on with the state, with private entities as well to try to fill this gap. But yeah, we are the biggest metro area in the country without a radar within 50 miles of the city center, which is shocking, thinking that we're such a large city. We have a terminal Doppler radar at the airport, which is for wind shear. For the airport, it's a smaller, less accurate radar. The biggest radar closest to us is in Greer, South Carolina.
Well, and to reiterate some of what you've told us already through our coverage, we've brought you already here over the years. I mean, this is a safety concern.
Yeah, and it's just not tornadoes. I think that's immediate. Yeah, it helps with tornadoes and severe weather, but as we saw with Helene, the radar actually helps us estimate rainfall rates and rainfall amounts. And without more radar coverage, you don't estimate those radars, especially in Helene, because we lost the river gauges, they were destroyed. So the radar could sample and actually give us an idea of how much rain was falling. So we actually need better coverage in the mountains and foothills during the wintertime. Helps you more with knowing what type of precipitation's falling, whether it's sleet, snow, or ice. So it has multifaceted, and it really does save a lot of lives getting those warnings out for during severe weather season.
Very important story here. And you can find more details on how this impacts us here in Charlotte inside our WCNC Charlotte news app.